Are we good? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. KevRow in full effect. Once again, in full effect. God bless the people who support this broadcast. And man, I couldn't do it without you guys. This is self-made type of shit. Fubu for us by us. Ran by the people who do sometimes don't even call in. They just support this broadcast and you can't do. I'm telling you right now, even though I have a low subscriber count, we are in the best position and have been for the last 3-4 years than anybody on YouTube. Press one, and I'm going to prove it today. Hit the like button. No matter what we all went through on YouTube, I want you to know that I am your guy. It seems that way. It seems everybody's sold out. Press one. I was left out the equation. I didn't get the memo. I wasn't invited to the $1 million deals. Press one. It seems we're stars already. It seems like YouTube is the new television, and it seems everybody's getting paid, but Kev Gills. Press one. Everybody's laughing at Kev Gills. Press one. In the background, goofing off. Kev didn't take the deal. Look, he's struggling. Press one. It's crazy when your strategy is to suffer. I keep telling people I love the process of the grind. So I never forget where I came from. I get my knowledge from the old people who ride sailboats for a living, who fish just because. Yeah, just take your time. That's it. Yeah, never get to a destination. There's no destination to get to. It's the process, Kev. See, these niggas, they want fast money. They want checks on demand. Press one. They want checks on, and Lord knows what you do with 50, 100, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Who knows what the hell you buy with it? Press one, hit the like button. Today we're gonna talk about how the YouTube contracts are full of shit and how I told you so. Press one, and it was better for me to go 1-for-1 with you, my audience. Proud to pay, like Nip said, the people who rock with you, your core audience, rock with them, and forget the nonsense. You feel me? A person can't tell me, Kev, I'm your biggest supporter when I can see my biggest supporter. I can't be fooled and swayed by these mega corporations up there in Silicon Valley, aka oil tycoon brainiacs. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe who see people as a commodity and not human beings. Jamil, what up with it? Terry B. Shiva, champion, owner of a stolen gun, is in the building trolling. Shout out to you for his glory. Shout out to you, Miss Lori, Brittany, Amanda, Taj is out there, Anjanita Moore. Shout out to you. Nah, if it wasn't for Anjanita Moore, a lot of y'all wouldn't be watching my streams. Press one. Shout out to Anjanita Moore. You made me think a lot. You made me think. I was sitting back thinking about what you sent me. You know what? You know what? There are good people in the world. Shout out to Anjanita. Shout out to Anjanita. Y'all better thank her. You niggas with EBT cards, you better thank her right now. And she started the program, the EBT program, at at the U. Shout out to her. You gotta love my audience. 80s babies, stand up. Lord have mercy. Terry B, what's up with it? Tyron Crockett. Shout out to my man Jason Harris, Brian King. Those of you guys in my Cash App. Early, I haven't checked it. But when we get there, I'll do my shout outs right away. Chanel Brown, shout out to you. Yeah. I know a lot of y'all thinking, Kev always right. He always got something to say. We 4 minutes into this program, and we got a knockout coming around the third and fourth hour. No, round, excuse me. Press one. What I want you guys to do is go over there, sign up to my Patreon, and support this self-made podcast. The only black podcast that has not scammed and hustled you into no false program of more views, fake scholarships. Press one. Yeah, no. No, I'm cool. I don't want to teach you how to be a modern woman, to be a housewife. I don't care about these things like that. Nah, y'all go ahead with that. It's a beautiful day. As you can tell, I'm in high spirits because I was supposed to do a live stream, but I said, there's been so much information come out. Y'all don't understand to be a YouTuber who does it himself, like as far as the computer stuff. So it takes time, it's wear and tear on the mind, and it's like, I'll be wanting to go on, and then it's always a blessing because more information drops right on time. Press one, you see Madonna? Told you. Madonna, all of these people going down. All these people going down. And I love it. I have no issue. What's up, Royal Purple? Good to see you out there. Good to see you out there, sister. The urban conservative loves you too. As we walk this yellow brick road to the Wizard of Oz, press one. Support this broadcast. FUBU. Hit the like button. What up, George? Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Because no matter what these little small black YouTubers try to keep me out the game and all of this, I always know since we was kids that these black YouTubers are the same little kids who was with the in crowd growing up. They have a good run and then they fall down. All you got to do is let these people play their part. Let them take the bait. Press one, as Candice Owens would say. Let them take the bait and go to Africa. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. What a great time. I'm just waiting for everybody to check in with your boy. How you doing, Clear? Good to see you. Good morning to you, new student over there. Shout out to you. We walking up the yellow brick road. Conspiracy Day with KevRow. Press one. Not really a conspiracy. Well, the conspiracy is on them, not us. Agent Candice Kardashian Owens, press one, has just been running amok over social media all this time. Who knew? Who knew she was such a little fucking rat? Press one, a little female rat. Rata. Press one. Oh my God. Wow, what a groundhog this one is. And this one right here pops her head out in protection of these corporations and these slavers. We call the banking institution and insurance institutions of the world. She always want to come out and do damage control. And you probably seen Candace Owens last night doing damage control all over the internet. Hanging out with the fellas, as always. She's supposed to be at home breastfeeding or something. Press one. She's supposed to be at home breastfeeding. She's supposed to be at home doing something, but she always around. She's the only mother I know that's just always press one. Cut the camera. Always beautiful. Boy, they raised $7 million through Brexit, and they just bought everything. $1 million worth of tickets to fly all around America. It don't cost $1 million to fly around America. Press one. When you live in the studio, press one. We all live in the studio. Press one. I can be like, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going home right now, and my bed is right here. Press one. Jay stupid. That's why I be laughing at YouTube, because nobody wants the pre-scripted fake reality TV. We want real. Press one. Our people are tired. We're restless. We want entertainment, live, real, and all that. And it's hard to get talent like that. Press one. Yeah, it has to be natural. You can't just wake up and want to be a YouTuber and be like, oh, I'm going to hang out with these people and pay them $5,000. I mean, they're going to put me in a network of, no, you're going to fail. No. Pearly things cannot make you a star. She can make you walk your ass right up in these contracts and get your ass a banking loan if you want to. Press one. You better come to KevRow when you ain't got to have Miss Pearly things all in the video. Press one. Dancing, wiggling her big ass feet around. Press one. Talking about press one. Gotta love Pearl. She's so innocent. Gotta love strawberry shortcake. What up, Bouquet? Good to see you out there, Shelly. King Hazy, Anaya. Good to see y'all. We got 144 likes, which is beyond great. I like it. All right, can I start, please? Yes, I can now. What I'm going to show you guys right now is the real reason it held me up last night. Because I was blown away by what a YouTuber with over 5 million subscribers was going through. Press one. My heart was touched because I started thinking while he was talking. I got close to shedding a tear. I started thinking about all the black YouTubers. Press one. And what you guys are going through. All you former rappers looking for a deal. You want to be a YouTuber, a podcaster for a deal, for a record deal or something. This is so sad. This is so sad. The music industry has fallen, and now they said, hey, you know what? Let's sign them to YouTube record deals. Press one. You know how I know? Because my good friend, Steven Crowder, press one, came on the television set last night, and he exposed some things that even I wasn't ready for. In fact, I was ready actually, but I've said this over and over and over and over again. The red pill, the false red neoconservatives, the false liberal movements are all paid for by the oil companies. Press one, the Pfizer, and the the pharmaceutical company. Press one. So all of these personalities that you see out here are all selling you something. And I knew it. I was trying to tell you it's us against the world at KevRow. But I really didn't think one of their sentinel agents would defect. I just couldn't believe it. I went to sleep with a smile. You feel me? I couldn't believe it because what he did was expose Gillian Wallow contract and all of the little contracts that's out there from Ghost to King AK to DJ Academics. Press one. All these people took deals that ain't for them. You see DJ Academics falling fast. He don't know what to do. He doing crime videos now like us. He's just stuck. That's as far as you go, buddy. You're not talented. Okay? You're nothing. So you maybe have to change your name to King DJ Academics or something because they bought you out too. Press one. They bought all of y'all out. So we have nothing to be ashamed of. Press one. We like independent. We like Nipsey Hussle right now. We like Little Flip. We independent. I said Little Flip. We independent. You see, these people are all bought out and selling you, propagated death on you, and this one and that one. All these things we talk about here at the show and the importance of going to my patreon.com/KevGillsTV. See, when you go there, you're locked in with Kev. That means if they knock me down there, we'll pop up there. But you're a part of my core team my friends. Press 1. You're not going to. Don't laugh, yeah. This is how we got to do. I learned this from them. You got to fucking relate to your audience. Press 1. See, I've been watching them. I ain't joined them. I'm watching. How y'all do this shit? Press 1, nigga. I'm learning the tricks of the trade. Press 1. I told y'all I went to USC and never checked in. I just went to class, just like this. If you got open campus, if you dress like this, they don't even know if you go there or not. You just go to class. I got a whole free scholarship and didn't pay a dime. Press 1. I just said right there. I know quantum physics, history. Press 1. Piano. Press 1. All on the bitch. My Lord have mercy. You wonder how I'm so smart. No, I'm kidding. Incredible. They'll never check you like this. Hey, sir, do you go here or not? Nobody cares, man. Everybody just walking around doing things, pretending they're doing things. We go to Starbucks and they're just standing there. You think this guy is doing something. He's not doing nothing. Press 1. I can't get jiggy with this shit no more. Life. Bullshit ass, commercial code ass, bullshit fucking life. Press 1. People always acting like they doing shit. And then when you're not doing nothing for quite some time, here they come. What you doing? Nothing. Nothing. I wasn't doing nothing until you called me and remembered you all motherfuckers even exist. What? Oh, I was just wondering. Press 1. I was just wondering. I don't want to wonder with you. Motherfucker, I have a plan when you call me. Press 1. I'm a delegate. I'm special now. Press 1. My mama mad and shit. I'm just playing. I'm working on my comedy. It seems I have all of these abilities. I never make use of them. We'll get to that. We'll go to Urban Conservative. We'll make the Urban Conservative official. Fuck it. And just do relentless comedy routines over political nonsense. But let's get to these contracts because it relates to exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And have been for quite some time. The enslavement, the debt bondage of African Americans, and the pre-colonial diaspora. Press 1 is what I call the black genocide and black eugenics programs that have been taking place all over America since the invasion of the Germanic Russian institutions, Operation Paperclip, Exterminate Negro. Press 1. I'm tired. I just want to be reckless today. Can we jump? I want to jump. I want people to come here. What the fuck is going on here? Press 1. Because I'm right. And I told y'all don't leave because you're going to forget what happened. So I'm going to teach you. I got to go all the way back. And I got to bring my white friends here. Press 1. And they're going to tell you because y'all don't believe me. So I got to bring my white friends. Press 1. Now, my white friends, my white buddies are quite honest about these contracts that everybody was getting. Press 1. So this is going to be beautiful because y'all get to hear it from the horse's mouth. Is this good? Is this what I'm talking about? Press 1. StopBigCon.com is what this young man, you feel me? I stand with that. StopBigCon.com, okay? YouTubers, you have to stand up and unionize fast. And press 1, you got to unionize. Don't let big tech con you into thinking you're fighting for the right cause and you're actually fighting with them. Press 1. You think because you're a conservative and they studied all of your bullet point that now they must be right. Oh, but that person is highly invested and being highly funded by major petroleum companies, you'll never know. Press 1. You'll never know. What, you don't think I know? You don't think I know? Press 1. Don't make me do it. Don't make me get the receipt. Press 1 because I keep receipt. You hear me, Ben Shapiro? You feel me? I keep receipts. Matter of fact, audience, don't let me forget my receipt. Press 1. Receipts, Kev, and I'm going to bring up my damn receipt. So we're going to go to this person as he exposed, and then we're going to bring up a small bit of information that's going to explain a lot. Hit the like button and subscribe. A lot of these YouTubers don't know what they're going into. They see the money. They mama tell them, oh, you signed a YouTube deal. Oh, yeah, it was $50 million. Remember Gilly and Wallow? They didn't even read, Remember I was telling y'all? I said, something's wrong with this. He just signed it, didn't even read it. $50 million. Who y'all think y'all think? Okay. Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to get you the rappers. We're going to make it real cool, man. $1 million worth of game, man. Press 1. Give you the start you always had. Was looking for, Gilly. Come on, man. Just give us everything. Press 1. Just give us everything. Like what? Everything. Your soul. Press 1. Oh, okay. How much we get? We'll talk about that later. Press 1. Okay. How much we get? Let's go to the video. Now put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. He's going to be speaking, my Democratic friends. He's going to be speaking a little smart, a little whitish. He's obviously white. So don't be so retarded in your brain that you can't get no knowledge from no white man. Press 1. He's finna tell you. Wait before you sign that YouTube contract. Let's go.
Either this has to stop, or I'm going to have to stop. Either this, what I'm about to discuss, has to stop, or I don't know. This may just not be for me anymore. So let me explain. Give me a few minutes of your time because context matters here.
This is a person with 5 million. Okay? 5 million subscribers. Little peons down here.
I ask that you don't skip ahead. Won't take very long. This has been a long time coming. This is a conversation that I've actively avoided, sidestepped, and I've hoped and prayed that it not be necessary behind the scenes for a long while, but that's no longer possible.
Behind the scenes for a long while. Write that down, Negroes. Democratic friends. My liberal coming into conservative buddies.
If you've watched for the last decade, you know that I've always made it clear that we here at Mug Club are in the business of serving you, the viewer, you watching, listening right now. I've also made it clear that I wouldn't be in the business of attacking other conservatives, regardless of disagreements or personal issues. And I've always...
So they don't attack each other. I'm going to pick that up. That's why I relaxed on attacking people. I'm learning. Press 1. I've learned. I'm picking up my skills. I'm learning how to not be so on the attack so much.
Explain my logic was relatively simple. I believe that the world was better with more voices out there rather than less, regardless of minute differences, considering the matter.
It's true. Why? Because freedom. The less voices, the easier it is to be controlled. The truth is to be controlled by algorithmic programming.
Magnitude of the battle that we are genuinely fighting for our country right now. But for the first time, I have to say that I believe many of those in charge in the right-leaning media are actually at odds with what's best for you, the viewer, the customer, and more importantly, the country.
Yes, because you are the customer. I got customers who support the truth. They just support the truth. So he's right. But he said the right wing, press one, the right conservative is at odds. Again, you got people who started their platforms off of defending America first over all politicians. Go ahead.
We here at Mug Club, we thought that we were all in this together, that we were fighting the media, entertainment, industrial complex. We thought that we were all genuinely taking it to big tech. But too many of those in charge of the big conservative platforms are verifiably in bed with them.
Press one. Is that not like, whoa, Kev Gills, stop what you doing. I'm in front of the TV like y'all black women be in front of Blueface and old girl, Desperate Housewife type of shit. I'm like, binge watching, run it back. What the fuck did he say? What? Run it. You can tell how nervous I am. I'm sweating under my arm. I'm like, oh shit.
Big tech is in bed with Big Con.
Big tech is in bed with Big Con, and they are in bed with your favorite YouTubers, and it's not what you think. You got it? Sounds familiar? We'll keep it going.
The people you thought, the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a Big Con. Now, I'm...
Press one. Now, what did we just discover about the Lloyds of London? Candice Owens, her husband. Well, we already knew it, but it's really making sense now. It's really like, whoa, where did you come from? Right? Press one.
Specifically avoiding naming names or going after individuals in this video, because I genuinely hope that those I'm addressing, and you know who you are, have a change of heart. It's never too late to do the right thing. Guys, this is a genuine plea. We can all do better. We can all do better. It doesn't have to be this way. And please, don't make me have to provide receipts.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, to the others out there who have now been able to verify, have been locked into exploitative contracts that I have the luxury of not having to sign.
Press one. Press one for Kev Gills. Press one for Kev Gills.
Not like this. Not like this.
Coffee and Kush TV Channel 54 is independent. Press one. But this guy receives a contract. Press one. Continue on.
Why I'm doing this, those of you out there who've been locked into this and you know what I'm talking about, yes. Stay tuned. I've got something for you before this video is done.
Go ahead.
So there are a few points to address. Now, many, but not all of the suits running the business of big conservative, big con, at best don't share your values and at worst are taking advantage of your good graces. And as I've experienced it behind the scenes,
come on,
I've watched our country be harmed as a result.
Oh my goodness. Propaganda wars. Press one. Told you hey, listen, this ain't no YouTube page. This is G14 Classified, GBI, Channel 54, Coffee and Kush, KevRow University Network. Press button. Global Gills. It's a world event. Y'all think we playing. No, they playing. We not playing. This ain't no game.
So, Mug Club. Professionally, it's meant everything to us here. Personally, too, but professionally, you are the entire reason for your ability, to create this kind of content truly independently for the last 6 years.
Facts.
When I started doing, right-leaning, like comedy entertainment videos in 2009, maybe it was 2008, I really didn't have a plan. I didn't know the blueprint because there was no blueprint.
Because there is no blueprint. Press one. They've tricked us into giving the blueprint, making us think there's no blueprint. This is all destruction. Press one. They got you to think so you can buy into theirs. Press 1.
I didn't know the ceiling because no one with this kind of content had ever really even tried it. It was you, Mug Club, you watching, supporting, who created the ceiling. And you made it clear that all of you were going to keep raising it. All I knew back then was that I was a conservative, I was a Christian, and there was nothing out there for someone like me. Not on cable, not on radio, certainly not on YouTube. And back then, that was really the only video platform. Live streaming wasn't really even a thing. All I wanted to do was to set out to create the kind of content, the kind of show that I always wished had existed when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And I hoped that there would be enough of you out there like me. Here's the thing. I was told that there weren't. I was told by the powers that be that you didn't exist.
Facts. Press 1. Don't worry about it. That's not real. There's no real people who really support. Those ain't real people. Let me show you how the internet is ran by bots and controlled artificial intelligence. No, man, that's just the luck of the draw. Don't believe in yourself. Believe what we can do for you. There's no real people out there. I never believe that. Like he was told by the big guys, I'm telling you, I never believed that for one moment. I always knew I was talking to real people. Press 1. But I knew it was going to be difficult because of AI and artificial intelligence. And what you up against is Tupac type shit, me against the world. But anything to be able to speak the truth in a free nation, right? Continue on, sir.
I was told that the only way to make a living in this business was to cater to older conservative generations, and that comedy, that entertainment, that edgy quote-unquote content didn't work on the right side of the spectrum. And entertainment.
They said the entertainment side of politics just don't work. Press 1, let the liberals be a clown. Press 1. I'm proof. You can be an urban conservative. Press 1.
Show would never work. You, all of you, are the only reason that we here were even remotely vindicated. And Mug Club sealed it. I remember exactly where I was when I thought up the idea of Mug Club. I remember who I was with. I remember what I was eating. I remember why. I could see the writing on the wall back then, the big tech censorship on the horizon, the diminishing advertising revenue day by day, and I knew full well that demonetization from these platforms, it was inevitable.
It's inevitable.
But I wasn't really sure that this would work. At that point in time, getting anyone to subscribe to anything was pretty much impossible. Everything on the internet was basically free except for pornography.
It's inevitable. You're going to get demonetized. You're going to get knocked down if you ain't with big tech. Algorithm gonna make everything you do and say and outside of their realm not profitable. And everybody driven by money will adjust because everybody is driven by dinero, right? And those of you who choose to come on out here and play this YouTube revenue game and don't get down with the get down, then we ain't fucking with you. And it's going to make it look like nobody's listening to your little nonsense. We're going to leave you out there. They're bringing that corporate shit to YouTube and appealing to you through algorithm. Insane.
Even, Netflix, the only player in the space at the time between shipping DVDs of Poltergeist 3, they were struggling with online streaming. But I found a great partnership back then, a partnership with a company called CRTV, which later purchased The Blaze and used that name going forward. And on election night, 2016, so many of you signed up that the back end of our site crashed. We couldn't handle it. And it only grew from there. Now, I want to be clear about something. This video here, it's not about The Blaze. When they were purchased by CRTV, the company's goals, their vision, simply grew further apart from mine. From ours here. It just wasn't the right fit. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about some things and the, handling of Mug Club leaving. And that's why, we launched mugclubforever.com where you can sign up just to be able to reach you.
Yes.
This really isn't about that. So I want.
If you're a part of that Mud Club, go on over there and sign up to hismudclub.com.
I want to create some separation here. Business relationships end all the time. That's business. But I was in a period to field offers from other people, other key players in this movement. They flooded in. Now, before you guess who it is,
Okay.
before you start trying to do some Sherlock Holmes work,
Press 1. It's too late. Press 1. Too late. Look at your neighbor and say it's too late. The black Columbo's all over it. Press 1. The black Sherlock Holmes is all over it. Him and his fraudulent maniacs. Press 1. They already is done. You shouldn't even said it. It's over. They're listening. When you're not, you're in a whole different space. He's supposed to be listening. They're supposed to be listening to rap and drill music. What the fuck are they over here listening to us for? We like this. Press 1 eating popcorn, middle of the night. KevRow watching. Been watchman for the sleeping people out there doing things they ain't supposed to. Press 1. Before you go be Sherlock Holmes, we got it in us over here. Press 1. We go right in. As soon as we hear some sneaky shit in the community, what's that? Press 1 is roach. Press 1. It's a virtual roach. What's that? It's like Neo, a virtual roach. What? That's the second time you've seen that roach? I'm sure that's the second time I've seen that goddamn roach. There's no coincidence, Neo. Let's move. Press 1.
there are far more people beneath the tip of the iceberg than you know about who are trying to get into this space.
I told you, there's a bunch of people just gnawing to get up in this space of YouTubing. It's hard, man. It's hard. I didn't know it was so difficult.
There are more than you would probably assume.
Oh.
So I went into...
There's a lot of powerhouses. Trust me. There's a lot of people waiting to abuse you like they did Hollywood stars back in 1963.
free agency. I looked over the offers. And I saw the clause come out. And I don't just mean unreasonable demands for control, but what I would argue are immoral terms that actually punish conservative content creators on behalf of big tech. And that's something that I just couldn't unsee. And I want...
Wait. You say that again. Let me wait. You telling me?
I don't just mean unreasonable demands for control, but what I would argue are immoral terms that actually punish conservative content creators on behalf of big tech. And that's something that I just couldn't unsee. And I want to let you know, it's not the exception. It's the rule. Kids out there coming up. We need to build a bench here in this movement. It's almost impossible. Don't sign these contracts.
When you have a community of people like the fraudulent maniacs, the people watch Channel 54, you at home, you know what he just said? Don't sign these contracts. I realize just how good we got it here.
I now know what you are signing out there. I have the luxury of not having to. I don't have to be here. I don't have to say this. Please, don't sign this. Certainly not without professional legal counsel representation. Do not sign something that includes, let me go through this.
Go ahead, go through it.
Effectively, full ownership of all your social media platforms, channels, in perpetuity, the rights to your content name, image, likeness, even the ones that you've built. Don't sign contracts out there that include multi-million-dollar penalties for different... Let me read you an example of what I mean.
Yes. Continue on, sir. This is preposterous, as they would say in my conservative brotherhood. They say preposterous. Press what?
And this would be if it was me. If Crider fails to deliver a monthly content in any month or any of the quarterly content in the corner, including any and all ad reads, and by the way, all these contracts came with 3, 4, 5 ad reads per show, which would fundamentally change what this show is. Got to get those dollar bills. If I failed to do that, it would be a $250,000 reduction in fee per quarter. If, let's say...
in fees per quarter. That's repetitive.
We did do everything per quarter, but annually maybe miss something. Like, let's say we went and did a Change My Mind instead of a daily show, which, of course, requires a lot more work. There'd be a separate $1 million penalty for that if you miss a single piece of content. And the amount of content required is not in line with, frankly, it's worse than Disney. It's worse than ABC. It's worse than NBC. It's worse than CBS. This is ownership of you and everything that you do. But here's, just to drive it home, don't sign something that has another $100,000 daily penalty if it's not signed off on beforehand. You get hit by a car, you have a sick day, you could lose $100,000 a day.
Jeez Louise. Somebody said disgrace insurance. Could you believe this? Could you believe this, DNS? You knew exactly where this comes from. What? I think that's why we get mad. What the fuck this sound like? Fucking the record companies.
Hey, anyone wonder why there's burnout in this? Anyone wonder why you have kids come up and they leave and never to come back? You think if you had that kind of a penalty, you think if someone said, hey, we're going to penalize you $10,000 every day you miss coming into work, you think you'd be stressed? This is worse than the left frames their contracts.
This is worse than the Democrats treat black people. This is worse.
And of course I didn't sign any of these things. But I now know what other kids are signing out there. And here's the worst part. Yeah, that's terrible. I think it's, I just think that's wrong to treat people that way. But this is where, in going through this, and I need to take some time because, look, I've always tried to be a happy warrior. And I want to go back to that. I haven't been happy for a while.
That's right. Tell the truth.
To be really, I haven't been happy for a while because when you know what goes on behind these scenes and you see how many people are complicit, it creates an air of hopelessness.
Oh my goodness. Because when you're pure-hearted and you see the people really believed in the work that you've put in and the hard work, no matter how many people it is, whether you got 5 million subs or down here with the 20K, even lower, 5, 10, doesn't matter. You realize, like, damn, it's true. They'll just do this to you. Like, it's true. You know, you get a rude awakening. Candice is from my whole town. And then you get to find out who's really taking this deal, the sellout deal. That becomes hopeless. That's what creates, like, wow, you too? They're like, yeah. How you think they make their money? And I'm like, well, shit, you apply this to rap. All you got to do is kill the rappers to not pay them. God damn. What if they do YouTubers like that? Shit.
It really does. Where you think the people who are supposed to be linking arms and fighting with you, fighting for you, want to punish you. So here's the worst part. Do not, kids, under any circumstances, sign a contract with people who claim to be conservative, but will penalize you 25% for any demonetization or sponsor boycott. Look, let me read this to you. If any of the major platforms, oh no, sorry, that's the second one. Let me go back to the first one. There's another 20%. It's 45%. You get a content strike. Let's start with the demonetization. If blank is boycotted or dropped by more than 50% of the advertising partners, the company is not able to replace them within 90 days, the fee will be reduced by 25%.
Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's a
And we get copyright strikes and demonetized on every channel. We wouldn't be around.
sponsorship boycott. So that's saying, hey, liberals, boycotts work. They work on our guys. We'll punish them for you. Let me go on. Specifically, YouTube demonetization. If any of the major platforms issues a content strike such that Crowder cannot be monetized on such platform, and the company is not able to resolve the issue within 90 days, the fee will be reduced by 25% moving forward. Now, I thought this was a mistake because, these people maybe didn't know who I am, that we've been demonetized for 3 years. No, it's made very clear to me in no uncertain terms. This is what's sent out to everybody.
Yeah, that's everybody's contract. See, it's different when you've done the work and you've been demonetized before and you figure the game out yourself. You learn everything so you can skip past everyone trying to hustle you. You get it? Learn it all. The technical, the cameras, this one and that one. You can't just pay for this shit. You got to do the work. They all took the deal.
And then if you get a strike, meaning a suspension, another 20% reduction.
Now I owe them.
And then another 20% of it happens on Apple. And then another 10% of it happens on Facebook. And then another 10% of it happens on Spotify.
Oh, my goodness.
Imagine you're deplatformed, as we've seen in the past, where all of the major entities decide to remove you in one day. Rather than having a conservative alternative, you would now be down to 5 to 15% of the revenue of your contract.
Oh, my goodness.
Think about this for a second. Those in charge, the big conservative, the big con, and it really is the biggest con going right now. They're making.
Oh, my goodness. I can imagine them getting at these YouTubers. Yeah, King AK, join us. We gonna get paid. This one and that one. Using what you don't know against you. Come on, DJ Academic. Come on. They all, damn. Deplatformed, demonetized, company strikes. It's a dub.
Making it known in their contracts that they will enforce the guidelines of big tech and punish conservatives on their behalf. Don't worry, Wojcicki. Trust me, these conservatives will stay in line. If they get demonetized, we take away 25% of their operating budget. Take another 20% away if they get a hard strike.
This don't sound like big tech. This sound like YouTube record companies. This sound like Death Row. And at Death Row, I heard you getting treated like boot camp. Press 1. This is insane. This sound like the rap business.
Hey, don't worry, Zuckerberg. We've got your back. Hope to see you at the UFC Apex. Let me ask you, can you imagine?
Is that where Candice Owens was at the UFC fight during COVID, where she didn't allegedly take the vaccine, where you had to take the vaccine at the time?
This show not only was never permitted to take risks per our contract as it relates to big tech guidelines, like as far as the content guidelines, right? There's content guidelines and there's advertiser guidelines. Can you imagine a world where this show could never take risks in relation to those guidelines on, say, things like mRNA injections, election integrity, take your pick. But one step further, if this show had to be advertiser friendly on YouTube, those guidelines pretty much read, don't say anything offensive ever. Well, what's offensive? Whatever is stuck in Susan Wojcicki's craw that day. I wish those at the top in big conservative, with, granted, yeah, a lot of the money, wanted to do better, but they don't. That's why I've created stopbigcon.com, and you can be a signatory, and our plans therein. Look, like I've said, I have the luxury of not signing this. I don't need it. I've been demonetized for years. We've adapted here precisely because of...
I told you, even the biggest YouTubers, you got to adapt. You got to keep moving.
Mug Club. The free content only exists because of those who subscribe. I've promised you we won't do more than one sponsorship spot per show. I will keep my word on that until this show ends. Why? Because it's designed for you. It's not designed for the sponsors. If it's 4, 5, 6, 7 sponsors, they're no longer the product. You're the product.
Right.
So we've adapted here. I don't need this. We've been demonetized, and we're not beholden to sponsors who might get boycotted.
Because it's a difference of thinking. Oh, no. Yeah. You just keep doing what you're doing. Take the money and just keep doing what you're doing. Nothing outside of what you're doing. Now you see why these niggas is stuck on death and destruction. And then these people over here are stuck on relationships only. But Kev over here, KevRow Sports, KevRow Channel 54, Coffee and Kush TV, are multi-dimensional in this virtual game because we independent. That's a difference. I'm like Neo out here, press one. If Wallow and Gilly want to start talking conspiracy night with Wallow and Gilly and start exposing things, they're going to get dropped. They're going to get fined and penalty for everything. It changes what you can even discuss. Press one.
The sponsors that we have are going to go wherever we go anyway. We know that beyond any shadow of a doubt. That's the luxury of doing business honestly and loyalty. But
that's right.
To the kids out there coming up who don't have that luxury, please don't sign these. You can do better. We can all do better. And the only reason at this point for me to stay and continue doing what I've been doing is to make sure that we all do. That we all do better. So to everyone out there who refuses to sign or is under the cloud of these maybe not entirely enforceable contracts, look, here's your signal. Water's warm here. I'll produce your show. We'll produce your show. If there are enough of you out there, I will transition Mug Club into a full-scale network with independent content creators who don't want to be locked into slave contracts. Look, I understand.
Who don't want to be locked into slave contracts. So I was appalled, right? Press one. And this boy Kev is on it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure you go to my patreon.com/KevGillsTV so we can get the logistics of what's being said here and what's transpiring on the internet. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, this coffee and this Egg McMuffin got me today. So that sounds like an insurance rap industry game. And that goes back to the Lloyds of London style practices, foreigner insurance and banking institutions giving you 15% of your own and what you're capable of. It's like selling your soul to the devil. If you signed up to this, that's what selling your soul to the devil is. You ain't even got to do no ritual, but keep talking about the dumb shit you talking about. It's not all this other stuff. You signed up for this type of stuff, you selling your soul to the devil, an offshore bank. Because we're going to do a show tonight. What is Satan and the devil? And what is the Bible saving you from? And what is the King George Washington and these people trying to protect you from in this nation? And what you've been stuck in since we're talking about the Matrix. We're talking about the mother church, which is financed and controlled here. Press one, and we're going to continue to talk about that. And one thing for sure, we just listened to this guy break all this down, and I know y'all in like, what the fuck mode, because it breaks down so much in so many different areas, because it's the same game. 360 deals for YouTubers with a huge question mark. No, I'd rather patreon.com/KevGillsTV. Go over there, support this broadcast, the freest and most truthful broadcast on the internet, Channel 54. Now watch this. I only played that because it got me thinking. What media companies do we believe is conservative, yet believe that it's being funded by and controlled by operatives of the Lloyds of London and those insurance things of this nation, of that such? And the oil companies. It's the same people investing in these people. Press one. So watch this, Brian King. Now watch this, Brian. This gonna hurt them. This is why you sign up to patreon.com/KevGillsTV and support this broadcast. They not even gonna send me no offer because we already won. We know they game. I've been by myself doing podcasting for 4 years and just keep upgrading and keep our momentum going. You got to do that. Without the money, press 1. Without the $50 million deal like Wallow and Gilly, press 1. Oh, no. So what I want to show you here is proof of who's investing in these things. Press 1. Okay, you all ready? Dan Hanward Wilkes and Ferris Cullen Wilkes, also known as the Wilkes brothers, press 1, are an American petroleum company industry businessman, sons of bricklayer and brothers established Wilkes Masonry in 1995. They went on to found an early hydraulic fracking company which steals oil, press 1, Frac Tech in 2002, and eventually became billionaires. In 2011, they sold 70% interest of Frac Tech for $3.5 billion. They reside in Cisco, Texas. Hit that like button. Why is this important? As my friend Young KevRow would say. And why is this important? Press 1. Because these American petroleum industry men are gas people, is the oil companies, and they are major funders of all conservative causes, including the Daily Wire, PragerU, and 2016 presidential campaign of Senator Ted Cruz. So if you know they do the Daily Wire, you know that's Candice Owens. Press 1, you know that's Shapiro. Press 1, and you just seen Candice with PragerU. Right there. Check. So who's Candice Owens' bosses? Press 1. Who's Candice Owens' bosses? Well, the funders, and that will be the petroleum business industry. Press 1. That's who. And they fund their. It's right here. The proof is in the pudding. They don't say Kev Gills. It say the Daily Wire and PragerU. Remember Candice, the university? Yeah, that one right there. You're funded not only by Lloyds of London and your husband down this yellow brick road we're going, but you're also, now wait for it. You're also, they're also the funders. So are you guys the people trying to recruit YouTubers into 360 so-called deals, which lead to insurance? Once again, press 1. Once again. Look at your neighbor and say,
Not like this. Not like this.
yes, like this. You're going to get this work. Press 1. You're going to get this work. So you're busted. They see, I just come out swinging and play a little bit with my food. I'm a real Leo. Press 1. I come out and play with my food. That's it. I'm undefeated. Now what? I'm undefeated. Press 1. I'm undefeated for a reason. I don't come out and do this YouTube and want to be your friend. No, that's going to slow me down. You got me? So we got the oil companies and the Lloyds of London. Once again, the same people who took part in your destruction, black man and woman, in American society as a whole. Press 1, not just black man and woman. Y'all was first to be destroyed by the banking industry and the Lloyds of London, but they did their kids wrong, which is the white people you see on your own homeland. They did them wrong. Press 1, they robbed them. They told them a fantasy story of how Romans and shit all existed 1,000 years ago and why they was really here. But in reality, it was to steal your shit, that they are the Russian Germanic Alliance, which is the U.S. German Security Force, press 1, which is, press 1, the neo-Nazis and the Communist Manifesto, all in one. If you smell what the row is cooking, press 1. If you smell what KevRow is cooking, we talking Wizard of Oz, are we not? Are we not? All right, then. So I'm going to open up my phone line just in case y'all want to say something because I'm going to roll up. You know, the professor likes his smoke and his cigars rolled up real fine and his drink, his liquor poured real smooth. Press one and bring me a Coca-Cola can with a glass with ice. Press one. Thank you, young lady. Run along there, cutie pie. Press one. Hit that like button. And now, Candice, with your little cute self. Press one with your cute self. The Daily Wire and Prager U. So you want to know who's making these deals? More than likely, it's a Lloyds of London record deal. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. They giving out record deals from insurance companies. You don't even know you got an insurance policy on you, and you running around the screen talking about you murdered people and about to pull up and people looking for you. Well, they're going to make sure that that is true. Press one in your life. Boy, the Lloyds of London and the oil industry murdered and stole more land on earth than anybody on earth. And Candice Owens did not just fall and bump her head and find them. That's why you got to sign up to KevRow University at patreon.com because anytime it can go down. That's why. Don't ask me, what, man, what we got to do? Man, we got to support you by going over there and $30, bro. Come on, bro. You support the truth. Nigga, I'm the Neo of this. Are you going to stand by? You can't fight. You can't fight. Press one. You can't fight. So how you gonna fight? You came to the game, to the basketball game, to watch Kev. You don't bought counterfeit ticket. Press one. You don't bought ticket to sit way up in the rafter and worried about why you're not in the front row seat. Press one because, sir, your ticket was $1 a month on Patreon. Press one. That equivalent to 1.2 cents a day, and that's not going to get you front row and right here at the good fight. Press one. Now I realize that. Like, oh, okay. So y'all not about to do that to me. No, sir. You want to see Kev put some work in? Fine. We got a whole list of criminals from Lloyds of London banking who was in charge of slavery. Press one. Candice. See, Candice knows that it's them. Press one. And she's being used. Press one. Because it's them. Hit that like button. Her husband and them and family members way over there across the water. Press one. What else did Lloyds of London do? What else did they insure? How did it happen? They insured your fall. Press one. Lloyds of London is the reason why the black man in America ain't got nothing. Amen. Press one. They stole everybody's damn birthright and put insurance on you. I said they stole your birthright and put insurance on you. Press one. They stole your birthright and invested in your eugenic program and genocide. Press one. You want to know where Margaret Sanger came from? From the insurance company making due on that debt. And you got to get the fuck on so we can use this gold bars that you got. That you worth. Each one of you niggas is worth one gold bar. Press one. You don't get it yet, but you will when I finish with you. Press one. KevRow University in full effect. Hit that like button. So yes, Candice Owens fight for white big tech, not for white people. She wants the argument to be white versus black, but it ain't got nothing to do with white versus black. This is corporation versus the human being, the false self versus the real, the anti versus the real. Press one. The ghost versus the human, the real. Press one. The living flesh. You ever seen Boys in the Hood when dude was swinging at the wall and wasn't nothing there? Yeah, you got to swing like that right now. Cuba Gooding Jr. Press one. You need to be walking around your house, swinging around, fighting ghosts, because that's what I'm fighting. I told you I was gonna find the Black Pearl. Press 1. But we don't found more than that. We going into the Matrix. Press 1 and hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that like button and subscribe and support this program. Hey, my Cash App, my cash tag is Gills Gang for all new students required to get a sweater too. Press 1. That shit required now. Now. Yep. Thank you, Miss Moore and Janita. You made my heart even feel more with more love. Get over there and support new students. My program. This is the truth. You ain't gonna get this truth nowhere else on YouTube. They already bought out Joe Rogan. I'm the Black Joe Rogan. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe until we get what's due. Now watch this magic trick here. This is a doozy, y'all. This is a doozy. Right? Because Candice fight for Lloyds of London, and she fights for the petroleum companies who invest in her and tell them to shut the fuck up before Suge Knight. They let Suge Knight out and he start running YouTube. Press 1. I told you, Leor must be a Lloyd of London. Press 1, because he start running YouTube. He's the one giving YouTube contracts. Press 1, destruction time. Press 1, Leor must be the one with these YouTube 360 deals because Leor is in charge of all Negroes in the virtual world. Press 1, hit that like button and subscribe to your favorite YouTuber of all time. Don't be mad at me because I got the truth. Watch this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this. Y'all be thinking I be lying to y'all. This is Reuters. This ain't me. Lloyds of London to pay restitution for shameful acts. Atlanta Road. Press 1. Told you who she fighting for. I'm gonna leave this up here for a second. I don't think you really understand why she against the transatlantic reparation. Why she against reparations and reclassification. Press why she against you having anything. Because her husband is a Lloyd of London. And guess what they've been ordered to do? Pay for reparation. Press 1. They also paid for Black Lives Matter and genocide and all of this destruction so they can ensure all of this. That's why they must pay for that in return, and they must pay for the transatlantic slave disorder, because you can't just send out a black face woman. Press 1, a black woman in blackface. Press 1 are two blackface people. Press 1. Over there at B.E.T. Press 1. Officer Tatum, big ass, somebody was in the NFL. Press 1. See, y'all don't even be knowing while I be putting these thumbnails together and spend all my. Why you think I created the DVD? I got these DVDs. Over 7 million rays. Blacks, huh? 2 blacks in blackface. It didn't even make sense, did it? Now it do. Why? Because they're funded by who? All righty then, soldiers. Wake up with me. Fire. I'm deadly with this journalism. I was made for this. Investigative journalist of the world, Craig. Lloyds of London and pay for restitution. Lloyd of London insurance market apologized on Thursday for its shameful role in the 18th and 19th centuries slave trade and pledged to the opportunities of ethnic minority people. They pledged to Black Lives Matter so you can destroy your press 1. Destroy. Let me say they pledged to black. They took responsibility, and guess what they did? They pledged to have you destroy your shit so they can get paid. They don't want to pay reparations. They rather pay reparations with a payout that they just got from you destroying your own community. That's not right. Press 1. That's what my support on Patreon is about. Patreon.com/KevGillsTV. Right there. Quick, lucky strikes. That's what they are guilty. And that goes back to who? Miss, the queen of the Black Pearl. The one who captures the souls of black people. Press 1. Now, you know the Lord of London sits on Lime Street. So it has a lot to do with your captivity, the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man, the whole financial district, because Lloyd is also Lloyd's Banking. Press 1. So you got the insurance company and the banking system who's doing what? Let's go. Let's go. Press 1. Hit that like button. Almost 900 black Americans lost their money following Jim Jones to Jonestown, Guyana. They must have signed their birthright. Yes, they did. They surrendered the passport, land, and everything and died there. Yep. That's called creating a ghost ship. That's what Jonestown is, the official place. They're trying to rearrange history because all that deals with the initial colonies in the Americas. Press 1. So they were just recreating it again. Because remember, Jamestown, King James, man, Jonestown. You would think they talking about somewhere over here. No, they trying to make Africa, American, African. They tried to replace you, trade places with you, so you would never find your identity. They know they coming on visa, and they know they homeland. You don't. You think you's a slave. But they tricked you in the financial district and traded places with you and needed something big. Now they got Candice Owens. And who you think they insured? Huh? Who you think they insured? Shout out to those cash apps. I love y'all. Hit that cash app. Who you think they insured? What does that go to? This all goes back to J.P. Morgan and them. J.P. Morgan and them ships was owned by J.P. Morgan and insured by who? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Time to wake up. KevRow University in full effect. Crazy, right? Was the Titanic insured by them? Was other ships that were sunken insured by them? I think you guys need to wake up. It's the first of the month. Okay? So they fund everything. They fund your genocide. They fund every damn thing. They probably fund every military act that ever happened in America. Press 1. They probably fund every action that leads to death in America. Press 1. They probably got risk out on you like the Matrix. All them numbers floating around, them can be people. And us meeting our demise and living out our lives as numerical decimals on a graph sheet at an insurance firm called the motherfucking Lloyds of London Insurance and Banking Institution down there on Lime Street, which enslaved all of the African Americans. Press 1. The Louisianic. That's because it's probably the Louisiana Purchase. They probably had a bunch of people from Louisiana on a boat and probably just sunk it. Who knows? But let's go. Lloyd is now 330 years old. The idea of insurance is believed to have started some 100 years beforehand in the Netherlands. Press 1. And following the Great Fire of London in 1666. Press 1. Now, who is that? Who is that? Concern grew about the risk facing being particularly by ships. So in 1688, Edward Lloyd in his coffee shop started to offer mariners the opportunity to insure each other's ships. What? They recognized that the mariners could share the elephant of risks arising and spreading the risks that, oh my God, I fucking can't see. All I see is Titanic. And spreading the risk was mutually beneficial. The action of the mariners writing the names under each other led to the term underwriting. For the first 200 years, Lloyd was only involved in insuring ships and their cargo and in ships auctions. You got it? Patreon.com/KevJillsTV. Now listen to me, black people. For the first 200 years, Lloyd was only involved in insurance ships with their cargoes and in ship auctions. A huge international intelligence network underpinned the business. Oh my goodness. Wow. 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 Wow is all I got to say. Wow is all I got to say. Wow. You don't know what we really up against with these truths, and we really take uh, for granted the information here given at KevRow University. But think about it. Think about if each one of you guys was insured back then on the ships that was insured. Because the people have to have insurance on them as well. You get it? You looking when the Titanic fell, you looking at nothing but insurance fraud, insurance policies. And everybody on there was insured, not just no damn movie. You get it? So in order to be insured, you had to be press one. So it was really, that's insane. So this is what the Lloyds been up to. So we got Lloyds of London and the petroleum companies. Check. J.P. Morgan and the Lloyds insurance firm. Who had the Black Star Line with Marcus Garvey? Who insured that? The Lloyds of London. Who owned it? J.P. Morgan. Who was the face of it? Marcus Garvey. Candice Owens is Marcus Garvey. She's trying to get you on the ship that's sinking. It needs you. It's been killing you the whole time. The insurance market, the insurance rate, all of this health care comes back to what? The insurance company. Press one. You got to understand. And they stole everything on these ships. They were just working the ships like they worked the trains and stuff of this nature. Service people, servants, as they will say slaves, but when you got a job and you paint working, you can say slave. The average person who go to work every day would say, I don't want to go to the slave yard, and it's really just working with their boots and television sets. They really got homes and shit. You ain't fooling me no more with no slavery. I understand slavery from a commercial aspect, not an allegory of time and history and memorial. Lloyds, which originated, wants to hire an archivist to examine its collection of 3,000 insurance relics, including paperwork, furnishings, swords, and silverware, to suss out their connections to the transatlantic slave trade. The Oh my goodness. The archivist's mission will be to ascertain what artifacts and objects linked to African and Caribbean history, specifically slavery and abolition. And all we got to do is go to the Smithsonian. Press one. Lloyd said that she has immediately connection. So they need Candice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful time to be alive. So they need a person like Candice. They need a person like Candice to come on out here every day and protect the interests of Lloyds of London and the interests of these oil tycoons. That's why she keeps your mind focused on what? Entertainment. Oh, my children, and this one and that one, and my children, and it's always my children. Like, no, you ain't never with your children. It's all a made up fantasy. It's all hit and miss stuff. Like, who's Candace Owens' mom? Press one. You don't even know who this woman is. Y'all been feeding these people algorithmic ideas put forth by big tech and making people believe that you guys are all, again, all you got to do is get up there and talk about yourself and see they numbers go from 300,000 to 50,000, 35,000, 20,000. Like, what the fuck? Why? They must talk about what? What they were paid to talk about. Lloyds of London, the Wizard of Oz, is why people contribute to this program, because it's all about the Wizard of Oz and who enslaved you, who took it all from you. Press one. Why you think they was able to give away free loans to all immigrants who came over here and manifest destiny and got free homes, free everything was just waiting for them? How you think they was able to do that? And it wasn't during this colonial time. It was the 18th and 1900s. I don't even like to say century. You know me. The 18th and 1900s. Press one. 424-209-9506. Now you know why Kanye was suing Lloyds of London. They insured the concerts. Press one. So you know why the banks came after him, because the insurance and the banks is the. So why now you see why Candice went right for Kanye, my friend. Yay, and I will never go at him. No, you will. It's the people around you. Press one. Here go Kanye being invaded by oil investments and banking institute and banking investments. Like, damn. Big tech, Bitcoin, conservative, neo-commun Nazis. Press one. Neo-commun Nazis. Who have totally invaded the social world of what it even is to be a conservative, to be another neoconservative George Bush style Nazi regime who bully everybody and cry wolf every time you say something about them. So Candice is affiliated with the petroleum companies because they invest in these little programs and these PragerU and these The Wire, and that's Ben Shapiro and these people. This guy comes out and say these contracts are what? Wow. Why? Because the banks is really alone. And they need you to eat the 10 to 15% while they eat the bulk of it. So every YouTuber you see looking for a deal, you might as well forget it. It's better to be an entrepreneur. It's better to be free spirited and learn yourself and get the help you need from people who know, rather than signing a YouTube deal for the sake of some fast money because you're in a dire situation. You better buy a microphone. I mean, you better do something, because independent music is over. They want independent podcasters and social influencers. Press one. But you're going to sign that deal. You want $50 million? You want $50 million? You're going to sign this deal. So you can pretty much predict who Candice Owens, what she's going to do every day. She's going to talk about useless things that don't matter. When it comes to slavery, she's going to defend her husband and their family. Press one. When it comes to 360 deals, and she's going to protect her husband and the families who participate in these 360 style deals, and the petroleum companies who were in power of selecting presidents for you are now selecting YouTube characters for you to watch and pushing them in a network of algorithm. And y'all think y'all can stop me? together? Press 1. All of y'all heads together can't fuck with KevRow. Press 1. Y'all, all you little network head ass niggas can laugh in the background, but you are so fucked. They fucked you real good. All for your hate for me. You ran to be fucked by the corporate establishment of big tech. Press 1. Same gas companies, and you did it for what? Couple $1,000. Press 1. What they give you? 50,000 in your account and said this was gonna keep coming, man. Press 1. Really, you nothing more than a slave. Press 1. You're nothing. You're gonna end up in debt bondage. They're gonna penalize you and make sure you get a copyright strike so fast you owe the bank for your rest of your life. Your kids gonna owe. They offset all of your banking shit. You about to get reparation, and they signed you for a 360 YouTube deal, and you about to give all your reparation money. Press 1. You about to get all of your reparation money back to them because y'all got hate and envy in your heart so much that you will sign a deal worth nothing, worth Mickey Mouse fiat currency, rather than knowing the tricks of the trade. Press 1. Y'all done trolled y'all way into a community of nothing. Press 1. Why? Why? Because it ain't going to be funny real soon. Y'all can't project anything. You don't know what's coming. You don't know where you at. Press 1. This brother called me and told me, you was rising up that ladder. They're going to be contacting me. Everybody going to contact me. YouTube contacts me directly in my bank account. My supporters who supported my Cash App, it comes right to me. YouTube make sure it get to me. I pay them for making sure it come to me. I don't need such and such whack ass marketing firm to come try to sign a deal because they see the potential in me. I see the potential in myself. Press 1. Fuck you think I am? Somebody who need help? Somebody from prison? I just be playing. Press 1. I just be playing. Do you think you kidnapped Chelsea Clinton? Press 1. $50 million. You niggas will jump at $50 million without reading the fine print of every executive action. If I sign any deal and come out the realm of the people, I get fined. Press 1. Remember Cameron said that about Jay-Z and Def Jam record deal? He said, I got fined $50,000 just for saying I got 50,000 fined. Another 50,000. Them cats is ill 5 times, $500,000. Remember that shit? Cameron was killing them, but that's the rap trap. That's the rat trap. Huh? Press 1. Oh, they got us, family. This whole historical event of time immemorial is a banking institution's history story, and it's played out. It's told in an allegory, like Christopher Columbus, and this is what happened. It's told from you got to think banking and commerce, and you got to think bigger than, oh, Christopher Columbus, that was a white man, and they put us in slavery, man. This is a commercial allegory of a story, like how they created of the God and devil. It's a story. It's a storytelling. See, the scripture is a prophecy about this coming Son of Man who gonna figure it all out. Satan is something that we're gonna talk about that later on, because the Bible clarifies who Satan is and its kingdom. So let's not play. They just don't like me. They gonna love me. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the people in my Cash App who support the truth. Let me see who this is. Shout out to you guys. Jason Harris, shout out to you, sir. Mosley, shout out to you. NRA 12, shout out to you. Waterworld. Press 1. You were right. Intellectual property, says Waterworld. I told you they want to own my mind. You can't own my mind. My shit is so. Press 1. I told you. They want to own this so you can't be original or organic. They want you to be a robot, sentinel. So I'm not real. Press one. So all them are required to get up there and do what they do. See, if I didn't come on last night and my shit scheduled, they've been on fine me $2 million. Even though I knew I needed to wait till the morning, no matter how my audience feel, I'm the professor. They want to make the people an algorithm. I don't want you. I want you to be a human being because I'm a human being. Press one. You a human being and I'm a human being too. You're real. I'm real too. Shout out to the people in my Patreon. They try to lead you here, try to lead whole networks of so-called conservative neo-conservatism is really neo-Nazi. I'm about the only real conservative out here. Because these conservatives are worse than these are the wolves in sheep clothing. The niggas in the hood is the sheep in wolves clothing. Y'all are wolves in sheep clothing. Agents of the wolves and sheep, the banking industry, and the religious Catholicism aspect of religion. That's Peter, who Jesus called Satan. But that's another day and another story. Press one. Coffee and Kush TV on the air. What up?
Yeah. Well, first I want to apologize for typing another live info.
Oh, you good. You taught me something. You taught me something. What's good, Terry?
Yeah. I was in there and I was listening to Candice.
Yes.
And they were talking about contracts.
Yes.
And she was sort of defending corporate contract that evidently, I don't know who this person was, but folks felt were unfair. But these are entertainers. They're only talking about entertainers. They're only talking about social media or sports. And I kept wondering about this over the past couple, I guess the 2 months that we've had all of these contract issues publicized. Like, what is all this contract stuff about?
So this was a very big.
Yes.
But it's really about insurance, and it's really about not talking about people who are paying taxes. It's really about not talking about real people.
What you mean?
And real people. Well, I mean, for a whole life to be turning to the degree that you can't even read it, over arguing over one individual's contract, who's in social media.
Yes.
While people are being laid off.
Yes.
Well, there's a thing called folks are lazy and they don't want to work anymore. No, folks are being laid off.
Folks are being laid off. Immigrants are taking all the jobs. We have an influx of money going overseas and not investing right back in American. People need that money in America rather than Ukraine and other nations. At the time of America's need, we really need to stand up for ourselves. Go ahead.
Right. And we're not standing because we don't even know what the issues are. The issues, it used to be you watch the news and
That's
at
right.
least some real person would come through.
That's right.
And you would hear an issue.
That's right.
If something went wrong, like you have the fraud department.
Yes.
Well, the fraud department was a norm. And you call out people who are stealing money.
Yes.
That doesn't happen anymore. And nobody talks about the loss of jobs, the way salaries have been cut down to more than half for most people. And what they're arguing on social media and what Candice specifically is talking about is something that has nothing to do with real people.
Well, the aim of the corporations isn't to teach you that. I've learned that and then developing urban conservative based on that model because old media and corporate media is dead. So they need people like Candice to direct them in an entertainment fashion back and call everything entertainment liberal and not really talk about anything. She really don't know. And even if she did ladies' stats out there, she will blame them on some liberal fantasy when it's just these politicians state by state as individuals. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it. I mean, it's just. I mean, really, it's about nothingness. It's really.
Yes.
The more I listen, the more I realize she's really not saying anything
That's right.
that has anything to do with me.
And they were
And
banking.
then to
They were
hear,
making. They were banking that she would be so relatable with black people. That we're so thankful that she can speak so highly and so educated. Go ahead.
well, that is the other thing because I know from living in YouTube land that black people decided they weren't going to vote Democratic a long time ago.
That's right.
Before Candice.
That's right.
We realized we weren't being served with Obama.
That's right. It had nothing to
So
do with
now
Candice.
she's
Candice was a Democrat, so she just makes up stuff. When you find
a
out who's
personality.
yeah, she's got multiple personality issues because she's only speaks in protection of Lloyds of London and the petroleum companies who invest in The Wire and Prager University and what teaches false narratives of history and the banking financial banking institution in which her husband is involved in. Go ahead. And his family.
Yeah. And so now to look at this from what you are teaching me historically, I think, yeah, well, Marcus Garvey, he was about an ideology.
Yes.
And there are all sorts of other ideology that came from the same money source.
Well, what happened after, what was the aim of Marcus Garvey was to get you on a doll's roll and get you out on sea where you can be drowned or taken to Ghana or taken to Africa some damn where. And that'll be your slave narrative. But
Yeah.
they who was behind Garvey? Well, Walter Plecker, the one who stole all of the names, which got them insured and got everybody over here with the insurance. See, all people who are immigrants are brought over here on stolen insured names, and they're living the black people's straw man's life. That's why in the movie Get Out, he said, I want to live your life. I want to live my life through your eyes. That's some ghost shit. That's the connection there is that they are living their lives through you because those are your names. There's no Russian's name Mr. Jones or Donald Washington and these names that are clearly your names for a specific reason. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's really deep, and it is just so that message goes out. Just so that you latch on to one of these ideologies.
Yes.
That takes you further away from who you are and where you came from.
That's right. You
and
see,
get you in the mode.
the Wizard of Oz was about what? Where Dorothy never left Candace, she was asleep.
Yay.
You see? She was hit by a major disaster and went to sleep and fell into corporatism.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was asleep the whole damn time, just like we're asleep. And so you got all these flying monkeys, you got all of these Wizard of Oz characters keeping you and scaring you really into a conformed lifestyle and afraid to speak your mind and think freely because they're all controlled by the same banking and insurance firms in the world. See, Kev is just showing, the reality of it. This is really on some Matrix shit. The Tin Man is really the tax identification, the Hollow Man.
TIN.
Yes. This is all corporate literature. This is what the founding fathers in America was warning you about. This is what scripture warns you about. But go ahead, Queen. You got the last word.
Yeah, so, it really shocked me last night when I heard that, and I was thinking about your show earlier, and then to hear that happen as an example of exactly how we're being distracted was just, it blew my mind. It really did.
Well, There you have
Thank
it.
you.
We're all insured. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep. All right.
424-209-9506. Feel free to call in. Tell me what you think. The Wizard of Oz series, Masters of Disguise, Who is Who, continue right here on KevRow, the Urban Conservative. Press 1. And I brought it here because it's important that this show receives the funding. It's important that we advertise this show and share and help build this program into what we know it is. You know, Joe Rogan had to take the deal. Millions of dollars on the table. Joe Rogan don't know y'all. Joe Rogan don't give two fucks. That is not to say he don't care about his base. What I'm saying is he don't know you. You feel me? And you don't know him. You know what I'm saying? You know Kev, because Kev represent what? The average Democratic brother, cousin, who was always around telling y'all the same shit. Press 1, I just took it a bit further. I'm the one in the family that actually did it, that does it. Press 1. I don't live on hope. That's for Democrats and Obama. Press 1. We live by faith and works. Bingo. So we got to put that work in. Ain't no reason to take a deal when you got a plan. Press 1. Ain't no reason to take no deal when you got a plan. They get you when they see the potential. So let's get to her protection. Let's see if we can listen to Candice Owens and what she's going to say. Press 1. So we're going to do a review with Candice Owens and her retaliation to this person who we just showed on the show, because she would defend the companies. Don't get mad. She's a character. She's not real. She's not from here. She ain't got nothing to do with us. She probably took a bottle of melatonin pills and she really just a white European girl. She probably Andrew Tate's sister. Press 1. She probably Andrew Tate's sister.
Unknown caller.
Who knows who this broad is? Press 1.
So jazzy.
So Jazzy, you're on the air. What's up, Queen?
Hey, how are you? I'm so happy to be on your show.
What's going on?
Okay, so I noticed a couple things. So there's a Disney movie called An American Tale. You know, when there were mice and they were going to America, traveling from Europe.
Yes.
So when they got to, I guess, Ellis Island, there was one mouse, and his name was like something Smitherowski. And then the officials was like, okay, Mr. Smith. And I thought that was weird. Like, after you mentioned them taking identities, he went from Smitherowski to Smith.
Yeah,
It's
because
kind of random,
Smith
but
is
that stood
generic.
out to me.
Smith is generic. It's like Matrix. The Smiths, remember the agents from the program? But yeah, and the fact that they got to wear Ellis Island as mice, and we're talking Mickey Mouse here. But go ahead. Disney.
And it's crazy, yeah, that it's Disney. And then another thing, I could be reaching, but like the movie Roots. So when they were beating Kunta Kinte because they were trying to make him say his name was Toby, I thought, like, what if his name was Toby? And they were trying to convince him right.
That's the trick.
But they were trying to make him say he's Kunta Kinte.
Yeah. They were trying to beat the African in him.
Right.
Yeah, they were trying to beat it in him. His name is Toby. I mean, his name is, what'd you say, Toby, right?
Right, but they wanted him to say, I'm Kunta Kinte.
I'm Kunta.
Yes.
You got it, Queen. That's exactly what it is. Right. What's up is down, they backwards as hell, and now you know. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Yes.
So thank you for the call. Anything else?
No. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jazzy. Blessing. I love to hear the sisters call in, if nothing else. 424-209-9. Inversion and duality. Yes. So you got to identify the mind construct that you are in. We're talking to mind. You were talking to Matrix. Are we going there? All right. Sign up to the patreon.com/KevGillsTV. You got to know how to know these terms, inversion and duality, and the different ways that they're coming at you mentally. You know, black folk, you got to understand the major Petroleum and gas corporations will send a woman like this in to stop a white man from talking about. Now, who do you think she's defending? Huh? She's defending The Wire. Press one. She's defending all of the institutions in which are invested in the shows that hire her and owns her. Press one owns her creative content. The Wire and PragerU. They've created you. Press one. You're nothing without them. So you owe them. So you're going to fight for them every chance you get. Press one. See? When you know the truth sets you free from the propaganda that the oil companies use. You'll be able to tell them by the fruit that they bear, the words that is coming out of their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Color don't make you a bad person. And that's the only thing God has proven. That color don't make you a bad person. It don't make you a nothing. Your spirit, your soul, what you have done, and who created your ass. Press one. I say use the science fiction of my imagination, Candice on. Satan created you to come out here so your forefathers and your husband don't got to pay respiration because you're going to be broke. Press respiration, reparation. So we know who she's defending. Okay? Let's put this over here. We know who she's going to defend. She's defending the oil tycoons. She's going to defend. Let's listen to them. Let's listen to her speak. I'm going to keep that there so you will know. Shell gas station, Chevron, former entities, Lloyd of London, Lloyds banking and insurance firm, agent, recruiter. Watch out. Watch out for pearly things too, because I think she has to be a part of that recruiting process. Press one. I don't think we got no female problem. I think we've got men who don't know about the law and God and women and fucking bastards and Sodom and Gomorrah professionals who don't. I just don't give two shits. Press one. Hit that like button and subscribe. Candice Owens, take it away, boo-boo.
So this was a very big story, and I got tons of tweets from people.
She's already ignoring. So this is a very good story about like tons of tweets. Nobody gives a fuck about your tons of tweets. Press one. Excuse me, I digress. I almost went back to my Democratic ways. Press one. I thought I was standing on 77th Street in Figueroa asking a nigga where my money at. Press one. I forgot I was in the urban conservative media group getting Patreons now. I'm no longer a criminal. I'm free. Press one. I'm no longer a Democrat. Press one. Yeah, damn, where my money at, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck about your $3. You owe me $8. God damn it. 2 pennies. Don't you come back over here without my goddamn $2. Press one. Don't beg for no more crack. Press one.
Asking me about Steven Crowder. People were saying, you need to speak out for Steven Crowder. Candice, blink twice if you're under duress. All sorts of comments like that. And I had no idea what they were talking about. I obviously then went to Steven Crowder's YouTube page. And
you knew what he was talking about. That's why you came out. And I had no idea what they were talking about. Blink two if you're in distress. Press one. Blink 2 times. Press one. You need help. Help me, please. Press one.
I saw a video that he had put up, and he was discussing a company who were essentially offering him what he thought amounted to a slave contract. And it was very heavily implied.
Boy, I wish I worked at a company where she was like the boss and I'm like snarling behind her back. Like, it's fucking annoying, bro.
To a slave contract. It was very heavily implied throughout that the company was the Daily Wire. He said it wasn't the Blaze. He said that there were ad reads, that the company offered. It was
so
very heavily.
It's the Daily Wire, which is named here as, just so you know, I'm not playing. She just admitted that the Daily Wire, press one, is this, which gets funded by the oil companies and big oil companies. You got it? See, that's why the man said when the people who you think is conservative, it almost looks as if it's hopeless. Press one. It's almost like damn. And sure enough, it is like damn. Let me tell you, it is like that when you find out that Candice Owens and the conservatives at The Wire is heavily funded by what? Oil companies. And once you compile that with the Lloyds of London insurance schemes and slavery tactics, you know where these contracts are coming from. I want all YouTubers to look at each other and say,
Not like this. Not like this.
not like this. We actually hate this nigga and he been telling us the truth this whole time? Yes. Press 1. It's okay. I'm here for you. You mean to tell us we blackballing the nigga who know the truth? Yes. Yes, you are. Yeah. You're treating him like rubbish. And he's the guy. Press 1. Yes. I've been telling you, you've been duped. Don't go into the light. Stop right there.
Implied throughout that the company was the Daily Wire. He said it wasn't the Blaze. He said that there were ad reads, that the company offered him a lot of money, and that he wouldn't sell out. You know, it was this super, I'm a martyr and I'm not selling out to you. And the comments reflected that, yay, Stephen, you're a hero.
Because you're a hero. People love a non-sellout. Press 1. Yeah, man, you're a hero. She's so condescending. Press 1. She's so weak. Hit that like button. She's such a bully. I hate it. Look, one of them girls in the Beverly Hills high school fucking varsity who's fucking all of the fucking dweebs. Press 1. The fucking niggas who row boats and do skis for Olympic fucking trials and shit. Press 1. Ride dirt bikes and do flips. Fucking them all. Press 1. Drinking beers. Press 1. Hit the like button. See, I can talk reckless like this. I don't get fined. I just say, hit the Patreon in my Cash App. Press 1. No, it ain't finding me.
Before I even give you my feedback, let's just hear Stephen in his own words.
Big tech is in bed with big con. The people you thought, the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a big con. Now, I'm specifically avoiding naming names or going after individuals in this video because I genuinely hope that those I'm addressing, and you know who you are, have a change of heart. Don't sign these contracts. I now know what you are signing out there.
Who the fuck will ever defend anybody defending a rap label with their felonious contracts? Anybody who ever came out and said, I'm not signing it, we always praised them. Good job, buddy. You made a conscious decision for yourself. Live with it. I hope, you set what you're worth. If you're not happy with the contract, send it back. You are what you negotiate. Press 1. The first offer is always 15% of your own share. Press 1. Insane.
Of not having to. Let me go through this. If any of the major platforms issues a content strike such that Crowder cannot be monetized on such platform, the fee will be reduced by 25%. And then another 20% of it happens on Apple. And then another 10% of it happens on Facebook. And then another 10% of it happens on Spotify. And then if you get a strike, meaning a suspension, another 20%. Just to drive it home. You get hit by a car, you have a sick day, you could lose $100,000 a day. This is what's sent out to everybody.
All right, so you get the gist of this. It is a super predatory contract. And like I said, he never explicitly said the Daily Wire, but it was very clear that he was talking about the Daily Wire because how many organizations do you know are big enough to offer him, Stephen Crowder, what he should or around the range of what he should be paid that does ad reads. Obviously, it's not going to be Fox News. It's not going to be PragerU, their 501c3 or Turning Point USA. And he...
501c3. So oil tycoons are getting a tax break from YouTube. What? It's laundering. I don't believe what the fuck I'm hearing in 2023. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
He mentioned explicitly that it wasn't the Blaze. So to me, it was sort of like he said, the Schmaley Schmeier, but I'm not naming any names. And I'm going to tell you two things that I thought. First and foremost, to give something a name like the Big Con, obviously, it was mudslinging. And if this was the Daily Wire, which I wasn't entirely sure that it was, but as I said, it was heavily implied, then he also threw mud on me. He threw mud on Matt Walsh. He threw mud on Michael Knowles. He threw mud on...
Oh, ma'am, what the fuck? Ain't nobody say your name. You're just a pit bull. Ain't nobody nobody even said your name. You didn't get no text or nothing from nobody. You just trying too hard. Go sit your ass down. Press 1. Always. It never fails. And they just threw mud on them. Me. Attack me. 5013C3. So they're all just laundering money.
Every single person, Brett Cooper, that works for Daily Wire, by implying that we are signing these contracts and he is heroic for not signing it, and pulling out excerpts of the contract to say basically we're beholden to big tech, right? And I don't like that.
I know you, because you are. You're also beholden to Big Pharma, who authorized the vaccination. Press 1, and you were seen at the UFC fight where you had to be euthanized damn near to attend, and you were there having fun with Dana White. Press 1.
If you want to rev up your engine and fire up your big truck, don't get mud on my car, right? That's my thing. If you want to go to war, keep me out of it. At least say this was a contract that was offered to me. He kind of makes this plea. And again, people...
All you guys got the this is so funny. He exposed everything. He exposed.
We're just on board with it. But I will also be honest that I was a bit disturbed.
You are paid by big gas and oil companies, and your husband is a Lloyd of London banker, mineral rights owner, and one who stole everything from African Americans. Come on, let's go.
Like I said, heavy accusations that this is how the contracts are being handled. This would mean and imply that I was working for an organization that is not acting in the capacity of what I would like, how I would like them to act, right?
No, it is not conservative. It is being ran by oil companies. Why is it so hard for you to understand this? Why are you having a problem? Your words cannot fix everything, Candice Kardashian Owens.
Not acting in the capacity of what I would like, how I would like them to act, right? Or acting in good faith toward the talent.
She acting like she got caught cheating. This how
not
you
acting.
This is the story you get from women when you catch it. What was you doing last night?
Is not acting in the capacity of what I would like, how I would like them to act, right? Or acting in good faith toward the talent. And it felt predatory. So the first thing that I did was I reached out to executives here and was like, what is this? Are you guys going to respond to this? I want to know whether or not you're actually treating people poorly behind the scenes. Because
it made me feel, you're going to respond to this because it made me feel like, press 1. No, because I can imagine you right now. What is this? He's talking in mudslinging? And you went to tell on him like Pearl did, try to get somebody fired. Press 1. She was in there. Look, could you imagine this? He's talking about you and me. And press 1. Could you imagine her? Phone's ringing. It's the kid. Hi, Mama, could you breastfeed me? It's 11 p.m. 30 minutes before a new day. And you've been at the press 1 at the office all week. Press 1. I ain't even got no milk in the refrigerator. Press 1. Mama, could you spend time with me? You just had me. Oh my goodness.
Going to respond to this? I want to know whether or not you're actually treating people poorly behind the scenes because it matters to me. It's always mattered to me. Okay?
Okay. So annoying. You're so fucking annoying. Oh my goodness.
You can speak to any organization that's ever worked with me. I have a very good reputation. I maintain friendships with everybody. I do. I don't.
No, you didn't. Your assistant, you're not friends with them anymore. You already told us. So stop the cap. Press 1. Everybody put blue caps in the chat room. Super cap. Nobody remains a perfect relationship history. You're just terrible.
reputation. I maintain friendships with everybody. I do. I don't personally know Steven Crowder. To be honest, the first time I ever had any correspondence with him, he was a bit of a dick to me.
Oh my God, like Donald Trump. Oh, you're such a feminist. I swear, as soon as they want to prove a story, they get to telling police that at first he's a dick. Bro, this got fucking feminist movement all over it, blending in. In fact, we have the commercial where she came out with her parents and said she's a lesbian, and that she's a conservative lesbian now. Press 1. So she may be a lesbian. Press 1. Who knows? Nothing against lesbians. I love lesbian women, but don't fake like you're just press 1 when you're. Don't try to blast masculinity and femininity in men when you're a so-called lesbian black conservative pushing what? And feminism on men? Like, why is that even an issue? Y'all are weirdos.
can bleep that out, whatever.
Everybody hates Candice. Everybody hates Candice. That's in her world. When she needs to tell a story, she makes sure she convinces she's innocent. Everyone, she cares about everything and maintain good relationship. And everybody attacks and hates me. This is the biggest narcissist on YouTube. Candice fucking Owens. Candice Kardashian Owens.
But he offered me online to come on the show. I said yes. And an hour later, he lied and said that I canceled, and I never did. And then he corrected it and said, oh, we got confused. And I just thought that's pretty crappy that you publicly tweeted. At the time, I think he had more followers than me, that I canceled on your show and I never did. But anyways, I never met him in person. And I think he's
don't tell me you bought tickets. Don't tell me you bought flight tickets for $1 million and he canceled on you. Press 1. Don't say that's where the money went, to the flight ticket, and he canceled on you.
Tremendously talented, and I laughed all the way through his election night coverage. So I didn't really have a horse in this race, and I wanted the Daily Wire to respond to it. I said, you have to respond.
How you don't got a horse in this race and you come out swinging? Your whole life is one big fucking tumbleweed of contradiction and narcissism combined to make a black-white supremacist, a black-white supremacist. Press 1. Whew. It's fucking hard. It's hard to be a black-white supremacist. Like, everything is a contradiction. I mean, you ever have one of them relatives, they talking to you and their life does not represent nothing that they're saying? This motherfucker just, mama, you just come over here and tell these wild-ass stories and waste hours of my time, mama. And I just think he's fucking needs some treatment. I ain't never heard nobody make up stories like this. I have no stake in a race while working for The Wire. That's like a police officer pulling you over and for speeding. You're really speeding. Press 1. He's just like, hey, listen, man, I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. Press 1. I have no stake in a race. Well, yes, you do. You're a police officer. If you didn't have a stake in a race, you'd be like him at the bus stop. Hit the like button and subscribe.
This makes us all look guilty. People are now thinking I signed a contract with this, like I sold my soul to the devil. This is the implication.
I told you, yes, it is the implication because you know you're busted. That's why you're wearing all black, Undertaker, Kali, my spirited ass. Press 1. That means Satan got his hand up your ass. I told you. That means, oh my God, that means I sold my soul to the devil. I always say I believe in God. I try to wake up every day and eat my weenies and Wheaties and and drink eat my vitamins and become a hulkamaniac. Press 1. You know you don't know the scripture. You know you serve Satan. You know the deal you sign. Candice Owens. So there will be no need, in the words of Steve Coakley the Great. Press 1. There will be no need to do this. Check. There will be no need to do this, ma'am. You got a stake in this race. And you sold your soul, didn't you? You're a political pundit. Whew. Jeez. don't like you anymore. You lost your conservative sexiness. You're nothing more than a Taquisha from the east side of Los Angeles, Compton and Watts District. Press 1. Bzz. Ugh.
This makes us all look guilty. People are now thinking I signed a contract with this, like I sold my soul to the devil. This is the implication here.
You did.
So Jeremy Boring, the co-CEO of Daily Wire, did in fact give a response, actually a thorough response, a 1 hour.
He better respond. Press 1. He better respond. You better call me, sir. We make it all go away here at the GBI network. Press 1.
Response last night, which I watched later than my bedtime, I would say.
Why? You had to breastfeed? You up 24/7. Ain't no sleep in you. Press 1. Kev Gills is the only YouTuber who gets proper rest. I'm sorry, y'all. I know how they been worked, man. I can do whatever I want to. And Kev Gills is the only YouTuber who gets proper rest. All the rest of them are working like a Chinese sweatshop over there, coming up with stories like the old CBS News in 1943 or some shit. Like they're just like up with nothing to do. Like, oh, media takeout, just drop this. Let's do this. Oh, Donald Trump did this one. Oh, shut the fuck up and go to bed. Press 1. Acting like they doing stuff. You ain't doing shit. You know what I do? I wake up like this. I'm actually wearing basketball shorts. Press 1 right now with no socks and shoes on. I just look great from the top up. Press 1. I'm kidding. I'm kind of. press 1. I just look like this.
And he went through the contract that they offered Stephen.
Cleveland Cavalier LeBron James basketball shorts right now.
Line by line. Again, it was an hour long, so I absolutely cannot play it right now. It would cover the entire show, but you should take the time and you should watch it.
We did.
Because he adds clarity and he expands. He goes through the entire contract.
Yes.
There could not have been more transparency. He goes through the entire contract that was offered, and it allows people to actually discern what really went down. And what really went down, according to Jeremy, and I'm very interested to see what Stephen's response is that Stephen became a free agent. He left the Blaze. The Daily Wire offered him a contract, a huge contract, by the way, $50 million they offered him.
Not like this. Not like this.
Oh, what's up? You walked away from $50 million like David Chappelle? For what? What'd you walk away from $50 million for, sir? Good people. Puh. He said good people. He said he got a whole people in his chat room who cares about him, and he said, you better not sell out. That's why? Don't your kids got to eat? Press 1. Don't you want a Mercedes-Benz, goddammit? Press 1. Yeah, but I don't want to turn over my hard work that I've been putting in all this whole time. Press 1. I don't want to give you coffee and kush, KevRow Sports, press 1 the Urban Conservative. I want to give you guys these things. Press 1. I want to be fined of that fucking $100,000 per strike. I take strikes on the chin. Who knows why I break out in karaoke? Press 1. Who gives a shit? The people don't care. They don't understand getting strikes. They don't give a fuck. Press 1. I mean, I don't want to give a fuck. And no YouTuber should give a shit. Press 1. You shouldn't be chasing advertising revenue when you're saying all of the corporations are destroying you. You shouldn't even be looking for it. In a world where you can create and develop content for your core base and they can fund it, that's like Nipsey Hussle. Don't get much better than that. Why would you sign a deal for $50 million when you're making $100,000, $200,000 already alone? You sit back and keep strategizing and keep growing. You get to the million. You get to 1, 2 million, 3 million, 4. Start developing teams and think tanks and all of you guys, you can all do it. Press 1. But when you speak for corporations and insurance companies and throwing terms of $50 million, and that's on your brain, that'll make you sell your soul to Satan. Press 1. She always testifying against herself. No, she's speaking on behalf of insurance and record deals and Leor and marketing firms looking to give you a 360 deal. She's never been a star. She's always wanted to be something. She don't even know her history. It was given to her by the Rockefeller Foundation and Reading Rainbow. Press 1 in Sesame Street. Her whole life, they forced these kids, it's so horrible, they forced these kids to watch and learn history as adults. They have to watch Sesame Street and Reading Rainbow. Press 1. Could you imagine being mind controlled as an adult, reprogrammed, and you just singing away, butterfly in the sky? Press 1. Now I can go twice as high. Take a look. If you asked her an historical question in her hollow Alexa-made computer brain, Reading Rainbow, the Carnegie Foundation, Rockefeller. If you ask her which planet is the third and fourth planet, she's going to know because her brain is Alexa. Press 1.
First, they said, we won't even talk unless you offer a big amount. But Daily Wire came back and offered $50 million. And then Stephen's agent wrote back that they wanted $120 million. So basically, you wanted $120 million over the span of 4 years, which, by the way, pretty unrelatable. Okay, this was last year. I think
$50 million. Nigga, that's better than a basketball player. Press 1.
Jeremy said this all went down in September of last year. And then Jeremy went back and said that there was no way that they could afford that. Months passed, and I don't know, Steven Crowder, new year, new me, popped up in January and was like, actually, it's new year, it's new me, and F you, Daily Wire. I'm not okay with the fact that you even offered me this contract in the first place. By the way, it was a term sheet, not a contract, okay? So Steven Crowder is relying on the ignorance of people who don't know how business work, okay? Who don't understand that this is how it works. They put an initial offer on the table, and then what happens is you go get your lawyers.
Oh, my goodness.
And they go over every single line.
Oh, Candice, nobody knows this. Oh, Candice, nobody knows this, Candice, but you. Nobody knows this. I'm glad you're such a teacher, philosopher, church-going Christian woman who never had sex before she was married. Press 1.
Okay, so my contract with the Daily Wire took us 5 months to negotiate. Lawyers going over every single line. They got me a term sheet. I said, no way to this.
Not like this. Not like this.
Press 1. Oh. Say it again, Rebecca. The money is worth nothing if you earn free. Press 1. It ain't worth nothing if you ain't. Oh, wait a minute. This one right here. Candice, stop.
Here's what I'm saying. They say, no way to this. And then I say, no. And you go back and forth. And this is just business negotiations. It's nothing personal, okay? And of course, if I did not believe in something that I was signing or I thought it was disadvantageous, we talk it out. And they explain their logic, and I explain my logic and what my fears are. This is totally normal in the capacity of contracts everywhere signed. And yet,
so it's like Hollywood. You're admitting you guys are nothing more than fucking paid Hollywood television. The new anchor co-host being given all of this money to do what? Push entertainment and Cardi B news? Press 1. Patreon.com/KevGillsTV. I don't have a $50 million deal on the table, but what I do have is a Patreon.com/KevGillsTV where you could support this broadcast that is not corporately owned and doesn't require me to get on the screen every time or face a $100,000 fine. Press 1. So you wonder why Candice has to do this? Why Pearl has to do this? Why they have to do this? They're legally bound by Satan.
removing some crucial information in his initial video. And like I said, I felt the same way as people that watched it at first. It made it seem as though the Daily Wire was just trying to enslave Steven Crowder. It's just not fair what Steven Crowder did. I think that honestly, he was acting a bit like a child actor. And I think it's incredibly immature to not give people all of the information up front, right? To refuse to name specific.
Ma'am, shut up. Who is these? Are you guys funded by big gas and big oil companies? And are you married to a Lloyd of London? And aren't they responsible to slavery? And stop changing the subject, young lady. Press 1, the Urban Conservative here. Make sure you sign up for nightly news, KevRow at night. Same Urban Conservative, just at night. Chill out. Smoke one with the boy. And press 1. Call in, of course, and my Instagram will be up today. Holla.
Specific names and to therefore sling mud onto every single person. And it's egocentric, right? It's going, this was my experience, and therefore it must be everybody else's experience. And so I'm going to be the hero by saying that everyone's under duress and you can come to me so I can start my own company. At the end of the day, I think what happened, this is completely my opinion, by the way, so I'm not blinking twice, I'm not under duress, is that Steven Crowder became a free agent and he's feeling a little vulnerable right now, right? He's used to working for other organizations. He has some guaranteed pay. And he thought that Daily Wire were actually going to meet him at $120 million. They didn't, they declined. And he's still feeling a little shaky on that. It's scary to go out on your own. I thought about it. I thought about going out on my own. It's a lot of work. Maybe down the line I will, but it's a scary thing.
It's one of the most scariest things you can do. Press 1. It's one of the most scariest things you can do. You hear it. I thought I could do this on my own, but I can't. There's no reason to ask who signs her checks. Press 1. She just admitted it. I told you she's a walking contradiction. Hey, me and my team, we just say, Kev, let's just listen to him. Let's not work so hard. You know, we're getting into the production phase of KevRow University, Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow Sports, and anybody else who want to podcast with me. We setting that up. So we've been thinking, let's just sit back and watch them. Let's see what they're talking about today. And look, everything we've been studying, they're at full-fledged, and trying to get you to sign up to insurance and 360 deals that requires you to do it like this, and just stay independent, grow, meet beautiful people. This is a business, so it's me. I got to get out and meet people. I can't leave it up to a marketing firm who's going to try to get me here, or an agency who's going to try to get me by offering what I can do, or have a female or a homeboy can do ourselves. You feel me? That's how I always been. Finding those people, that's something else. But when you look around and you look at what you need done, and add to who's available and who can do the job, and remove your feelings out the way, you're going to see you got more available than you thought you did. Press 1. Usually it's your own feeling and internal thoughts holding you back. Usually the people are always in play.
To go out, to step out on your own and say, I'm going to do this thing completely by myself.
That's right.
As Jeremy pointed out, Steven's not done that before, right? And so to do this, he pulled a move in which he was going to try to take a bunch of people that were subscribed to the Daily Wire and start his own company. So essentially saying, I'm the hero, I'm the martyr, follow me because I'm not like those guys. And then he was going to start his own shop. And that's
what you did. You said, look at me. I'm a lesbian black conservative now. Follow me to the Republican Party and conservative fight for Donald Trump, and just to hate him the way I did before I liked him. Watch this. You're a living troll. Press 1. You're a living troll. That's what you are, a fucking troll.
Trying to do, and some people fell for it and said, I'm with you to the end. I'm Mug Club till I die.
Yeah, you here pretending to be independent, as if big oil companies are not funding you guys, as if you don't have no hidden agenda from the Lloyds of London. Press 1 to get us to not accept reparations for our own enslavement of your husband's business. Press 1. I hate to be married to somebody who enslaved me. Huh? I would hate to be African American or some melanated descent and married to a white man who family has taken part in the biggest destruction of black people around the globe. Forget a regular white person. I ain't talking about y'all. No, I'm talking about somebody who is in the family. I ain't talking about you poor white folk who be with us out here fighting for rights or something. No, I'm talking about, you know, even y'all would hate to be a black person married to a white person who's directly benefited his father from the downfall of the American black people. Press one. Even the white people, wait, oh, that's some other shit right there. Your daddy is who? His father's who? Adolf Hitler. Woo, shit. White people don't want to be involved with no Adolf Hitler, Lloyd of London bankers. Press one, that's what I call them. Just like black people don't like to be involved with bitch niggas, hoe niggas, snitch niggas, rich niggas, bitch niggas, no nigga, hoe nigga, no nigga. That's why white people got their little shit too. Press one. These bankers, these Lloyds of London, insurance, and that's in control of the health care, all of these people play America off the race card and use their communistic propaganda tools to keep us divided while they profit off of our ignorance and hate towards one another. Look at me go presidential. Press one. I'm going for vice president 2028. Press one. Insane. Not graduated nothing. These people are an alumni, went to Prager University. I'm KevRow, from the street, by the street. But when you up your mentality, Brian King, especially for you, when you grow in knowledge, young man, just realize as you switch from urban to conservative, you're going to see that these conservative assholes that's currently in power and in propaganda power, they worse than your homeboys. And you may not like your friends. They might be hanging out and shit, but I tell you what, the further you climb up this world in this world and media and this so-called ladder of entertainment and stuff, you're gonna realize these sharks is worse than your homies wouldn't do you like that. Then when you go home, they're gonna be looking at you like this. We told you might as well stay with us. You might as well stay with us. No matter what I say about my Democratic friends, whenever I'm around them, they do the same old Kev. You never stop talking about how we Democrat. How our communities is fucked up and they've been redlined. We don't know nothing about that, cuz. Roll that weed up. Press one. You got that, cuz. Roll that weed up. That's how my friends talk. They go back, these conservatives go back and conspire. Press one. We can use them this way. And then we can get insurance policy and then lead them back as a commodity back and steal the land that is already given to them. And we're going to blame the liberals, which is our cousins. Huh? Press one. Blame George Soros. I don't give a shit. They don't care. Hit that like button. You notice how Candice, I got a super chat. Pretty Liddy says, you notice how Candice Owen tells women not to work? That they should be stay-at-home moms. Meanwhile, she works for the Daily Wire every day. Come on.
Not like this. Not like
A
this.
whole walking ball of contradiction. Her whole life. I didn't notice it. I didn't know a person can actually differ from so many consciousness. It's like a spirit. It's like that spirit in that Denzel movie. Beelzebub that goes in and out of people. Hers just switches degrees of dimensions real fast. She got one of them narcissistic ass, dimensional 5D ass demons in her. Press one. One time in band camp, press one. She's not relatable to African Americans, and that's the truth. Neither are none of the red pill guys are not relatable to no modern men or women. Press one. No Democrats like blue pill or red pill. They like them little stupid ass arguments and liking how these discussions go because the only thing on TV. And soon that's getting boring. The music industry, I destroyed it. That got boring. This little online community shit, dead. All paid actors by oil tycoons. Sinetta, I see dead people. They all want to remain dead without God. See, God, money is their God, and who gives it to them? Press 1. Money is the root of all evil because Satan gives you the money. He give you $50 million. He want all of your creative genius for $50 million. Now, I know you only make $40,000 a year, but you worth more than a motherfucker who will sell his intellectual property for $50 million. Your creativity. That's why I love the grind. I love the process of it. Keeps me thinking, keeps me young, it keeps me active, fresh. Press 1. Fresh. You know, you gotta be. If your dream is to get a Benz, you're gonna get the Benz and feel like you made it. Press 1. You get a big enough $50 million check, nigga, you get on Instagram like Gillian Wallow, running around crying. I ain't even gonna read this motherfucker. Press 1. Sure, I'm looking like, damn, man, is it worth it? Hell yeah, it's worth it. No, know your worth. No. You are not what you can negotiate is true, but when you have oil tycoons, insurance companies, and bankers all striving to get you, there's no you in that. You're not going to make it out of that. You'll do better getting you and your friends together. You all taking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, whatever it is, and investing in a business and reaping and working hard and reaping the reward of that. Press 1. I'd rather do that.
Understand that really nothing happened here other than nobody wanted to pay Steven Crowder $120 million.
Shut up, because we just found out they was paying you. You're officially an agent. COINTELPRO at its finest.
We turn to his viewers who he thinks are stupid enough at least not to understand how business negotiations work, right? Like this is like Steven Crowder.
Why are you always calling people stupid? Why are you always calling somebody else's base stupid? You are the stupidest journalist and reporting female, especially African American, on YouTube. You married your slave master and you work for the bankers. And your boss is Shapiro, whose grandfather is a damn banker. Press 1. Your whole life is white supremacy. All your clothes should be a Confederate flag, some way, in shape or form. You just wake up. There was this woman who was going on social media, and people were making fun of her because she didn't like being black and she loved white people when they were racist to her. I think that's Candice Owens. I think she has this weird fetish of doing this shit. It's almost embarrassing.
$120 million. So he turned to his viewers who he thinks are stupid enough at least not to understand how business negotiations work, right? Like this is like normal. You kick it back and forth.
Why do women talk so condescending? We have male audiences, mostly male. Why do women do that? Why do you just go into the audience? Yo, you guys are stupid, right? I thought y'all was red pill. So now the men are stupid. They don't know business, even though men know business. Now the men don't know business. Candice wants to be a man so fucking bad.
And they were going to make up for his loss. So people that are upset by his video, the millions of people who watched it, are now going to give him $1, whatever it costs to be in the Mug Club.
Yes.
And they're going to become the $120 million that he feels that
Good. If he can get $120 million and say, man, that's it, man. Hell, bro. You are what you worth. Press 1. If he feels like I got 5 million subscribers, I need everybody over there to put $5 into this because I'm fighting a major corporation. They're enticing me with $50 fucking million. I'm good with 5. And I did my own calculation. If y'all support me, see, It's better like that than fucking get promised something in the contract. She hating because what if he really do get anything close to $120 million right from his base? It'll prove my theory correct. You see what I'm saying? You got to bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself, and you got to believe in the people who believe in you. So he took that. Like 5 million people. And why would I do that when I can just get $1 or $2? Let me see. $3 from 5 million people is.
He deserves. First of all, I'm just going to say this, unrelatable. Unrelatable. People are trying to pay for bacon and eggs right now at the grocery store, or trying to buy a steak once a week, and you're over here crying because somebody couldn't meet you at $120 million. And the grocery store trying to buy a steak once a week. It costs to be in the mug club, and they're going to become the $120 million that he feels that he deserves. First of all, I'm just going to say this, unrelatable. Unrelatable. People are trying to pay for bacon and eggs right now at the grocery store, trying to buy a steak once a week, and you're
You spend $1 million, press 1, on airplane rides in 1 year. That's what you wrote on your tax form. $1 million, while people out here, it's poor people out here, like Tupac said. Why God want us to live in the church with glass? Why God need glass ceiling to talk to me, Candice? You out here flying around on gold airplanes when regular flights are, and with Hopper and Expedia is cheaper. If you would like a discounted price, go to Expedia.com, and where they have excellent. What the fuck are you doing? Press 1. I got to pay for my tickets too. What the fuck are you doing? These people are just insane. Hypocrites. Press 1. And why your breasts sit so low? Press 1. Why your bra way down there? Huh? Sierra, don't think they know that you're sad ain't so. Press 1. Why your bra way down there? You pregnant again? Them little things sagging like a motherfucker, ain't they? Press 1. Them little bitty things and sagging like a motherfucker right now. Press 1. They supposed to be sitting upright. Press 1. They sitting down right. Press 1. What's that? The bra strap broke. Press 1. Communistic, fake conservative. I hate that bra mark when you got little breasts and that bra mark be showing and the breasts be sitting up in them bras. Press 1. With all that extra room in there. Press 1. Look at your neighbor right now.
Not like this. Not like this.
Shit remind me of Taquisha and them at the county building when I ain't had no money. I'm cool with the tattoo right there. Always breastfeeding at the county office. I've elevated. I'm worth something now, Candice. Clothes ain't fooling me. Press 1. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I wouldn't be able to say that if I was bought out by these people. Press 1. They have my head. We're going to fine you $2 million for that, Kev. Don't worry, you got 47 more. Don't do nothing else. Press 1. Fuck you.
over here crying because somebody couldn't meet you at $120 million. And it is crying. I don't like it. It was a total bitch move. There are plenty.
Oh, my goodness. Why you call that man a bitch? Somebody throw an egg at her face. Press 1. Somebody throw cold water on her. Press 1. That's why I don't have no sympathy for him. They don't call him a bitch. Them little ass breasts. Man, press 1. I'm a bitch. Man, press 1. You want a tank top? Boo-boo, press 1. Girl, if you don't take that training bra off, press 1. That's how you got to talk to her. My Republican men of the red pill community. This is how you got to talk to these little wombats who think they doing something. Press 1. Don't let them talk to y'all like this. We don't let Taquisha and them talk to us like that, and y'all better not be letting Candice little hot ass talk to y'all like this. You hear me? Press 1. Her breasts ain't perky enough, and she young, and they already fucked off. Press 1. I can see the bra through the black clothes and shirt. And now your stomach pudgy like that one. You better start making fun of Lizzo. Press 1. How you $120 with a press 1? Let me stop right now before you tell your friends on me.
Plenty of things that happen across all organizations in the conservative movement where I will say that I empathize and with Steven Crowder and saying that sometimes you feel like a cynic, which is like, is everybody selling out? Are people doing this?
Yeah, you guys are sold out, all of you guys. But you called them a bitch move because you felt like you sold out. In fact, you know you did. Doesn't matter what the contract is. $50 million, $20 million, $10 million. The rights to your shit. You guys all sold the fuck out, and none of you guys are independent. I don't even know why y'all asking for super chats. Press 1. Y'all asking for super chats to pay back your advance they gave you. What the fuck?
This.
All your super chat money is going back
Not
to the
like
corporation. That's fucking insane. And you super chat these people, and it's going back to who? That's fucked up. I can't. Every day is something new with these people.
Doing that. There are a lot of things that Daily Wire has done that I disagree with. There's a lot of things that Turning Point has done that I disagree with. There are things perhaps that PragerU has done that I disagree with. I have worked with all of these companies.
You didn't disagree with their racist transatlantic slave observation paid for by the Lloyds of London Foundation, of course.
Right? But to do a total bitch move and go out to the public rather than trying to resolve these things and these slight differences behind the scenes, and to make it seem like you're the hero and you're the true one and you keep it authentic when something really nothing happened other than you didn't like an initial term sheet.
Well, you're mad, of course, and you're exposed, of course, because that led to what? That led to what? Our investigation of who actually funds what? PragerU? Prager University, and what? The Daily Wire. Press 1. See why it's important that you know who you listening to? See, you don't fight Candice Owens with her weak-ass rhetoric that she takes from other people. No, you hit her with who funds her. You're not even able to talk. Press 1. You work for big corporations who are here to profit off of black people while raping and pillaging them and don't want to pay reparations. You're the only black spokesman for the Lloyds of London and PragerU. Anytime they need a protector of the contract, here your little hot ass come. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. What a display of beautiful information. And is this KevRow University? No. Press 1. No, this is just campus. This is just campus. But when I'm funded properly, this is how I am. Campus, I come to school ready. I come to class. I come to school ready. Okay? It felt like class, didn't it? Yeah, I got a lot of new students. And I got messages from a lot of people on Patreon that said they're going to move up to $30 a month on my program so we can have the best school year ever. It already started. Press 1. See? And they up here talking about $1 or $2. What? My information is more potent than multi-billion-dollar corporations trying to get their get-back gang money from super chats, and I'm over here doing things correctly. I need to be compensated for what I do. That's why I get support. That's why. So don't ask why he does what he do, because I don't spend my day trolling individuals like my trolls do. See, my trolls, this is the thing about it, you guys. I can go into any lane that I want to. My trolls, they used to call me every day. They don't call no more because they realized I was using them as employees without paying them. Press 1, I entered my own virtual slave market. I was using them for NFTs. Press, they couldn't take it no more. They don't want to troll me no more. Press 1. I ran out of trolls. They don't want to call me no more because I was using them for markets and gains. Press 1 and gave them none of the profits because I'm a slave trader. Press 1, that's why. You don't get no profit. Now you don't get nothing. You're going to troll, and we're going to make a whole company out your trolling ass. And we ain't going to make no memes. That take time. Time is money. We're going to let you do what you do and explode. That's what we're going to do. Press 1. Shout out to Mrs. Royal Purple. Shout out to you, sister, with that beautiful contribution to this program. And that's what the trolls don't like. Miss Royal Purple, who contributed in my, he didn't like the fact that while he trolling, he had to put on his security uniform and go to work. And Kev done said right here for 2 hours, press one. So he got to troll and get his daily rocks off. Meanwhile, press one. Meanwhile, I'm really about the production and business of the urban conservative. Now, KevRow University, all is welcome. Welcome to campus. You want to support campus? Go to patreon.com/KevGillsTV and get up in there. If not, that's okay. We still gonna be here. Al Tarek, Blackman, Alex, Waterworld, Teresa, Jason Harris, Mosley, NRA 12, Waterworld, Taylor, Mrs. Hornick, Angelina Moore, TC. This is yesterday and today. RT Bell, of course. CC, shout out to you. Press one. Jamil Ibram, shout out to you. And we're going to keep working and producing great content for KevRow University. And keep breaking down this Wizard of Oz theory because it's the perfect thing to do. Now, it's cool. Now, we can break down Candice all day. The main thing I want y'all to focus on is who's paying these individuals. Okay? We're gonna come back and do a stream, and we're gonna go back and look at what Lloyds of London, aka Candice Kardashian's family, what they actually insure, where these 360 deals come from, how this happens. We're gonna follow this yellow brick road down Lime Street to meet the Wizard of Oz, right where he's at, because he's on flight restrictions. He's on house arrest. Press one. And we're going to talk about what is the devil, this program shit that we in. What is the Bible actually warning you about? What did the forefathers use Levitical law of the Bible to protect you from this devil and its way of life? Press one. That's the reason why it will makes the Son of God story so great. That given the situation that you're in where Lloyds of London is using blackface people just like they did in the past, because that's all we're doing is reliving the past, and to ensnare you into corporate assurances. Now, you do know Plymouth Assurance. Plymouth Rock is an insurance company. Assurance. So when you talk about Plymouth and things of this nature, Plymouth Rock, these are the corporations in which, what do you say, Plymouth Rock landed on us. It's true. It's a foreign agent of the sea. Press one. So all of it is together. Candice is just another paid spokesman for the protection of those who have kept you enslaved this whole time. Press one. Candice is fighting so hard to stop reparations, and the redemptive process that belongs to the African Americans is disgraceful. And I'm so glad. I can't wait until and God heals this nation. Your little bald head, little ponytail ass can go on somewhere. Press one. Just go on somewhere with that rhetoric. You married a British, European, you revoked your American passport, your American identity. Go over there and be British. With your weird self. You already the Brit. They stole your identity, weirdo. You the Brit. Press one, you the British. You're the Brit. You're Great Britain. You're the sovereigns. You're the colonists. You who fight for freedom. Press one. What's wrong with you? For entertainment. I tell you what, that Red Cross and the entertainment aspect of this, press one, is gonna be the greatest season of the urban conservative, KevRow University, and what's to come is nothing more than more exposing of the same old, but with an upgrade. because we didn't know that Candice Owens was a part of. She's just another hologram agent standing in front of the jewelry store at the mall, going like this: "Hey, come buy 50% off of jewelry. Press 1." I'm cold, huh? Just a little jewelry lady at the mall. But when you get on the internet, just know that they're selling things. That's it. That's it. And protecting their people. Now we all know they all sold their souls to the devil. Kev didn't make this up. They eventually want it. They want Kev. But they know Kev ain't no sucker. Press 1. You're not getting the rights to shit. Press 1. I don't even trust deals like that no more. Hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, that's what the Wizard of Oz, because I'm going to wake you up, little Neo, and explain to you how your life is nothing more than little decimals on the insurance paper and in the banking system. It's not even real because it's all you as the collateral. You're the gold. So if you die, your number changed and is back around doing a bunch of shit. Press 1. It's you. You're the commodity. You're the gold. You follow the money, you're going to follow and find out who put you in genocide, who funded it, who put you on the ship, who funded it, who insured it, and you'll find out who's behind the greatest deception the world has ever known. Lloyds of London, Press 1, J.P. Morgan, Teddy Roosevelt, all of this is together. I've been breaking ideological subversion of America down for the last 100 years. This whole time we got to face. Other than J.P. Morgan and Carnegie, the Lloyd of London. Enter the insurance folk. You got it? So what we going to prove is that the insurance folk insures the wars. They insure you and the biotechnology that's made. They insure biohazardous. They insure pandemics. Nigga, they insure every part of your destruction that you ever had was insured by Survival Coffee and Kush TV. Shout out to the people who love this channel and support KevRow University, patreon.com /Kev Gills TV. My Cash App, cash tag is Gills Gang. Remember, don't sell your soul to the internet Wizard of Oz. And as always, family, I'll holler.